Hey everybody, how we doing? It is Ask Angela Anything, episode 5. Starting around 8:30 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. My other mastermind went a little bit long tonight, so I'm starting now for you. So I'm going to dive in because I've had lots of questions here that I need to answer for you. I know on my last Go Live, I told you guys I was going to do more Go Lives for you so you wouldn't have to wait for Thursday nights all the time, but I just got really busy this week. It's my own fault, but I will try to get more Go Lives out to you. Forgive how red I am. I spent a lot of time in the sun today mowing the lawn and pulling weeds and crap like that, so I got a lot of sun today. Hey, Brandy. So I was asked a couple of things. I was asked how long to speak to customers and how to close the deal. So I've covered a lot of these things on other Go Lives that I've done. So what I would recommend is if this is your first Ask Angela Anything, experience, please go back in my page and see all the other Go Lives. And like I just started Ask Angela Anything 5 weeks ago. This is week number 5, right? So there's at least 5 Ask Angela Anythings, but there's also other Go Lives I did, and there, I explain in the top there what I talk about. So please, feel free to go back in my page and see those things. It's just, I don't want every Ask Angela Anything to be the same information. I want to be able to give you guys new information and new value all the time. So talking to customers and closing the deal, there's a lot of that in my other Go Lives, so have a look at that. I was asked how to answer the questions. Is this a downline business? Is this MLM? What is the benefit for you, and who gets the $99? So the answer to these questions, you guys, is always the truth. Okay, so are they asking, is this a downline business? Well, what do they mean by a downline business? Like, you might not know they might be asking you, is this a downline business? And they might not understand what network marketing actually is. Do you know what I mean? So asking if this is a downline business is kind of a strange question. I would kind of respond to that with a question like, what do you think a downline business is? Explain to me what you think this is, and I'll tell you if it is or if it isn't. Is this MLM? Well, we're very similar to multi-level marketing inside network and affiliate marketing. I personally, when I get asked this question, I say, actually, it's network and affiliate marketing. It's not exactly the same as MLM. What is the benefit for you? So if this is a prospect asking me, what do I benefit if they get started? I tell them exactly the truth. I'm like, when you get started with the $99, I'll get $29.70 of it every month. The rest of that money goes to the community, to the leaders to run the website and pay all the people they have to pay to do that. And, it costs money to make money. It costs money to run GAZ every month. So, I get 30% and they get the other 90. Or 60. That's, God, 70. God, I can't even talk tonight. That's how it works. I was asked how to use different words or different pictures if you want it to be, I was asked if you want to put in like destination pics or personal random pics or fancy cars and stuff like that. This is really going to be determined by what you're saying in your ad, right? If you're saying something in your ad about lifestyle and travel the world, then put a picture of somebody of yourself, hopefully traveling somewhere, right? If you got a fancy car, put it, put it into your video. Just make sure that that your pictures or your video are congruent with what you're saying in your ad. Like, make sure that everything is congruent, right? So many times I've seen people who are like, that their ad is, do you want out of your 9-to-5 job? And then the picture is a guy on a beach with a laptop, right? Well, that's not really congruent, right? A guy on a beach with a laptop would be congruent for an ad if you were saying, do you want to travel the world? Do you want, you know what I mean? That kind of thing. So if you're putting out an ad, like, do you want to get out of your 9-to-5? Do you hate your 9-to-5 or whatever you're saying? Put a picture of somebody frustrated, or somebody unhappy, right? And just Google frustrated people or unhappy people and go to images, and it'll give you a million images you can use, right? If you're not using one of yourself. So Google is your friend, guys, okay? Google is the man. You can get Google to tell you how to do anything. So I'm just going to scroll back here. I thought I missed a question, or maybe I didn't. Corey, we actually have a patented comp plan down and over, right? I love your explanation. Exactly. So we are not, because of the comp plan, it doesn't make us a proper MLM. Okay. It makes us more direct sales, network marketing, affiliate marketing. Okay. So I was also asked, do I make calls from my phone or Messenger, and do I ask for their phone number? So 90% of my calls are done on the phone. I ask for their phone number, I get their phone number, and then I respond and say, okay, well, this is the number I'm going to be calling you from. So, and I give them my number. So then they know, and I say right in the message, I'm going to be calling from 780-941-3904. And that's my number. And then you know it's me when it shows up on your phone. Cool? Kind of thing. I put that, right after they give me their phone number. I have done messenger calls for people that have not been, there's some people I've been working with inside the United States who have a different, they have a different cell phone plan, and they actually can't accept my call internationally from Canada. So I've done a few messenger calls, because of those circumstances, right? Like if there's some way or some reason why you guys can't get on a telephone together, then there's Messenger, there's Skype, there's Zoom, there's a million and one ways to connect with people. So, if the phone call thing is a problem, move it to Messenger, move it to Skype, move it to Zoom, okay? A few things I wanted to just touch on as well, and you guys can start giving me questions here if you'd like to. Travis, take your hair down and shake it like a crazy woman. Yeah, you know what? I just got back from the gym, and then I am so impressed, you guys. I actually did, I completed my first step cardio class in 5 years, literally, tonight, because, of my accident and getting my knee back to working properly and stuff. So I'm just vibing right now. I am just kind of really excited. And then we just had our other mastermind there too. So that always pumps me up. But, there was some lessons that I've learned that that have helped me in my life and in my business that I kind of wanted to pass on a little bit, because a lot of people are like, where do you get your passion from? Like, how do you do this? Like, why are you always, oh my God, you're always on and you're always going and and you love it. You know what I mean? And, you guys, my passion just comes from my desire to produce results in my life, produce the results that I want to produce in my life. And some of those results are proper financial results, and some of those results are helping other people and helping the GAZ community in any way I can, and helping you guys on these go lives. Do the books and you will love your life too, Rick. Absolutely. I'm reading 10X, and I just got a whole bunch of new ones on Monday. That I'm going to be jumping into, but I'm finishing off the 10X rule by Grant Cardone. And I've got, I think the next one I'm going to go on to is You Are a Badass. So I think that's what, I'm going to get onto next. Corey, your desire for that childhood Camaro. Exactly. You know what, you guys, and that's the thing about, the thing about that car is that I am a total fucking loser if I don't get that car back in our lives. That's what it means to me. That's how passionate I am about it. And so I've had so many people be like, Angie, it's a car. I'm like, it's not a car. It is my childhood in that car. It is the memories we made. It is the fact that my dad had to sell it when he really didn't want to. You know what I mean? And, that car is, that car means more than the car. Okay. Like and it always will. So, a couple of things I want to touch on here is, when I was younger, I used to run track, and I had this one coach who, man, he was tough, but he was awesome. And he was always like, at the end of the race, whether I won, whether I came in second, whether I came in third, whatever I did, he was like, did you leave blood on the track? That was his number one question to me, was, did you leave blood on the track? I know this is also, I didn't play hockey, but I know a lot of coaches that say, leave blood on the ice kind of thing. So when somebody's saying, when he used to say that to me, like, did you leave blood on the track? I actually had to look into myself and think, did I actually hustle and run as fast as I possibly could? Or did I cop out? Or did I not really give 110%? So just that simple question of, did you leave blood on the track, made me think, did I leave blood on the track? Did I give it everything I have and then some? Because you know what, you guys, like, I know there was that one webinar back in May, I think, or maybe the beginning of June. that me and Jang did, where we talked about the car and how it all kind of fell into place and how I was 10xing everything. Well, you know what? I realized today I actually have to 10x my 10x. Like, as much as I think I'm doing, I'm still not doing enough because I'm not where I wanted to be at this point in my goals, right? So as soon as you think you're playing the game at the top level, you need to get to an upper level again, all right? And there's things that you can do to do this, okay? So the number one thing you have to do is be very clear on your why, okay? Because if you have no idea why you're doing this, then you're going to have no idea and you're going to have no passion to propel you forward to get to the goals you want to what you want to get, right? Like, when people ask me, where do I get my passion? I'm just like, why aren't you as passionate as me? There's nothing different from me and all of you watching this, okay? There's nothing different between us. We are both people on the planet, wherever we are, living our lives, okay? And, I choose to do things I'm passionate about. I won't even, like, if I'm not passionate about it, I won't even do it, But I choose to find the things I'm passionate about in my life, what I really, truly want, and go get them. That's what I do. And that's why I'm always passionate. And that's why you guys always see me, being passionate and talking passionately and passing on my message passionately, because it's important to me. It is who I am. It is what I'm supposed to be doing with my life. So that's why I am the way I am. That's why I'm so passionate all the time. That's why I'm so kind of in your face and like, where's your passion? Where's your love? Where's your energy? You know what I mean? Like, find it for yourself, And if you're really not as passionate as me about what you're doing, then why are you doing it? Okay. I mentioned this quickly on our mastermind just before this one, but there's something that happens when you get disturbed and disgusted. Okay. I am absolutely 110% disgusted with my body right now. I have gained 50 pounds since I had my car accident. So that's 10 pounds a year over the last 5 years, right? And that's what I was doing. I was rationalizing it, okay? So rationalizing something is when you tell yourself the story of why it's okay, okay? So, back when I first had my car accident, I gained 10 pounds and I'm like, well, I gained 10 pounds. I've been laying in my bed for the last year because I'm not allowed to use my right knee until, I had to have this surgery and this arm and that blah, blah, blah. And I rationalized away that 10 pounds. I'm like, well, I can lose 10 pounds. Once I get my knee back, once I get back to my physical, what I'm used to, I can lose the weight, right? And then year 2 comes and I have to have another surgery. And I'm like, oh, here we go again. Like, well, I gained another 10 pounds, but I couldn't exercise. I couldn't do things that I normally did. You guys, I was rationalizing this away like mad, okay? Because what could I have done to lose that 50 pounds by now? I could have ate better. My knee has nothing to do with the way I eat, right? Nothing at all, Yes, I couldn't exercise the way I once did, like the high impact stuff that I used to do because of the damage to my knee. But that doesn't mean I couldn't have gone for a walk. That doesn't mean I couldn't have, maybe swam more. I could swim, the whole time with this injury. So this was me being a lazy fucking pig is what this was. So sometimes these decisions, these difficult decisions that we have to look at in our lives, are you disgusted with your financial situation? Because when you're disgusted, it almost propels you further ahead than when you're like, well, I'm not happy with that. I'd like more, I'd like a little more money. I'd like a little more freedom. I'd like a little more time. No. Okay. You either want money, freedom, and time, or you fucking don't. So go after it. Like it is all go, no quit. There's nothing wrong with being obsessed. Okay. There is this, I just read this in the 10X rule. We as a people, for some reason, we're just like, oh my God, they're obsessed with that. Like, what the hell's wrong with them? What the fuck is wrong with being obsessed with what you want to do? There's nothing wrong with it. Be unreasonable. Okay. Like, be unwilling to stand nothing less than what you want out of life. Okay. I've told you guys this many times. What you're going to get out of this life is what you settle for. Okay. My mother used to tell me that like mad when she was alive. So, and it's good advice because you're settling into wherever you are right now. If you are not working yourself to propel you forward to reach some goals that you really want to meet, then you're not really wanting to meet those goals. You know, what is the reason why you're doing anything in your life? And this is not necessarily about GAZ or Nagic or even the business. This is just life advice, you guys, okay? If you hate your job, but you're rationalizing it like, well, you know, it's all I can get right now, or, well, the people aren't that bad, or my boss is kind of nice, or the money's sort of good, then you're just rationalizing away the problem, okay? And that is the number one biggest mistake that we can make, because rationalizing is just telling ourselves the story that gives us the excuse to say, well, there's a reason why I'm stuck here, and there's a reason why this is the way it is, and it has nothing to do with me. You guys, you have more control over your lives than you'll ever realize, okay? So start realizing that now. Start realizing that you are 110% in control of your life. Yes, bills need to be paid. Yes, people have to work at jobs they hate until they can get themselves set up online or whatever they're doing to pay their bills. But you have to remember, number one, you don't need a job, you need an income. Okay, those are two different things. And number two, you only get out of this life what you settle for. So how many of you are rationalizing away a problem? Like, be honest with yourselves, okay? And tell me in the feed here, like, do you find yourself doing that? Do you find yourself saying, like I just said, well, you know, Angela, you haven't been able to exercise properly in the last 5 years, and your knee has taken some damage, and so did your right arm, and you had that head injury, and blah, 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 and shut my fucking mouth because I am now 50 pounds overweight and need to lose it. So you know what I do? I stand in my full-length mirror in my bedroom, naked, looking at how disgusted I am with my body. And I look at all the places that I don't want to be there anymore. I don't want this underarm flab. I don't want, you know, the kind of hips I got going on. I am picking out every single thing about my body that I don't like. And I am not trying to fat shame. I am not trying to say you got to look like a model, you know, because that's not even what I want to look like. I just want to get back to where I feel healthy. I don't feel healthy right now at all. I want my energy back. I want my physical health back. So when I got disgusted with myself, I'm taking more action than when I just say, I have a goal to lose 50 pounds. No, I'm so disgusted with my body that this 50 pounds is coming off fucking ASAP. And that's just the way it's going to be. I'm going to do whatever it takes. You know, I'm watching what I eat. I'm drinking all my 9.5 water, 10 to 15 glasses a day. I'm hooking myself up with a personal trainer when she gets back from a competition next week. So I know the steps to take. Okay. So take them. Because sometimes when you get really, really sick and fucking tired of your situation, that is going to propel you forward to reach the goals you want to reach. Not just, I'm unhappy here, but I can tolerate it. Okay. That's not going to help you. Okay. Now, when I said be unreasonable, unreasonable people rule the world, okay? Or they make the most amount of impact on the world, you know, like Mother Teresa, you know what I mean? I mean, this is a nun who has no political power, who has no money, who just, you know, gave of herself and of her beliefs, that when she died, practically every world leader was at her funeral because she made such an impact. She had no money. She had no political contacts. She had nothing other than giving of herself, right? Or you can, you know, look at like the Nelson Mandela, you know, situation. Like, here's a man who spent 27 years in jail, and he came out wanting to unite the people that put him in jail. You know, like, he could have come out of jail wanting to kill everybody, and everybody would have totally been cool with that. You know what I mean? They would have felt like he had reason. He was unjustly locked up for 27 years, and then you let him out, and what do? He changes the world. He changed things for, you know, so many people on the planet, right? And who was he? He wasn't, I mean, he ended up being, you know, having political power and stuff like that. But, you know, he's just a man. He's just a man on the planet with a purpose, okay? What is your fucking purpose in life, you guys? If you don't know it, then you have problems. You need to go find your purpose, okay? You know, there's also this lack of discipline sometimes in our minds about what true commitment is. I'm sorry if I'm screaming at you guys tonight. I'm trying to give you value. But I've been getting a lot of messages that